Hello, fine people. Ryan and Harry over here trying on. Oh, you didn't bring it. Oh, he's over here trying on welding masks, and he's trying those on because Harry got a whole new welding mask and jacket and bag set up for Christmas, but he was told to bring it to the shop every time we come here. And guess what he didn't bring today? No. Anyways, Brian and Harry with ETM 540 Clubhouse doing the official first episode, part 1 of the Wasteland Weekend racer build. Did some research, looked into some things. Things are looking promising, but this is the first time that we're actually going to fully do an episode dedicated to this build and not just ripping apart an ATC and all the other lollygagging that this guy likes to do. So, what we're going to do today, I think, is it's going to be a little shorter episode, especially because this episode comes out on New Year's Day. Oh, happy New Year's, everybody.
Who wants to get crazy for New Year's?
Yes. So for that, we're just going to kind of do some minor stuff. We're going to take stuff off the chassis. Like that wing is on backwards. It's not even on right. And we're going to end up flopping that around and doing that stuff. But we just want to get some stuff out of the way, like the front panel. There's a radiator in there, a gas tank. You'll see what I mean. So first things first, we're going to make some room and adjust some stuff around because I feel like we need this little zone right here to make things more efficient. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to start off by getting to... Let's get to work. All right, so that was pretty uneventful, and no, we're not putting the wing on the Nash as much as he wants it on there. We're not doing it. So, yeah, I mean, there she is without the wing, pretty bare bones chassis, but we're gonna even make it look more bare boned right now because we're gonna start taking some of these panels off. Like I said, there's some parts on that don't necessarily need to be on there as we build it. So, Harry, which one are we going for first?
The nice one.
He already knows. He already knows. And you know what? Now that I look at it, I'm almost thinking the Nash is just going to have to be the storage spot for the panels and whatnot as we work on it. I am so sorry, Nash. My apologies. I love you so much. We will get to you next. I'm actually thinking that might be next. You guys let me know. I know a lot of you were asking for jet boat, but I'm going to have to fill you in on this. So with the jet boat, little jet boat update. That project is something that Rhonda's oldest son, Travis, really wants to be a part of and see through. He is limited on time on when he can work on that. So that is something that we kind of need to be able to do, time permitting. I did talk to him over Christmas, and we are going to set up a date soon to get back on it. And when that happens, you guys will definitely know. So that is the simple story behind the jet boat and why we haven't worked on it yet. And then at the same time, we're also going to start working on this thing when we start getting closer to the jet boat being more usable. Anyways, that's the story. Ready?
Yeah.
He's on a delayed response today. He needs to wake up, I think. So, I don't know.
I'm already awake.
Yeah, you were definitely not awake. So, yep, front panel, and then go from there. Boom, ba la 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 la. Well, that is what she looks like without the old hood on, and I don't like it. Put it back on! No, I'm just kidding. It's just ugly. But, I mean, you can honestly see how much goes into these things when they build them. They do a really good job, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked with it. So this is the radiator, I'm assuming, for either a Suzuki 650 or a Honda 700, or I don't know, whatever engine was in here prior. As far as the rest of the chassis goes, it's pretty simple. I honestly thought that this was going to actually come all the way down in line with the hood, and actually there isn't even a support or a brace on this side, so that must just be for the engine bay right here. And then the steering is pretty caveman. There's not much to her, but she works and she functions. So now we'll just go ahead and get this radiator off. Well, I mean, Harry's doing most of the work so far, so I think I'm just gonna talk and he's just gonna do all the work. And once we get this radiator off, that'll open it up a bit more, and then we can see what's next. I think some of the other internal parts we aren't gonna be using will have to be next, and then we'll go from there. He has no enthusiasm today. Nothing. There's nothing there. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
All right, radiator's out. That was a pain in the butt. How do you feel about your performance today?
Hard.
So yeah, that's nice to have that out. Cut some weight. And now he's gonna finish taking those bolts off. It's just basically all thread. It was kind of mounted very interestingly, but I guess, hey, you make it work, you make it work. And then I'm gonna get the Nerf bars off so that way we can have some more space to work with as far as getting other parts out. And then, yeah, we'll figure it out from there. Sheboygan, Idaho. So Harry's got a whole lot of all thread to work on getting nuts off of before those can come out. But hey, that's the path he chose, so he's gonna finish it. You can tell he's not very excited about that. But that's what happens when you work on projects. Sometimes you have to finish what you started, right?
Yeah.
That's right. So we got this Nerf bar off, this Nerf bar off, and we went ahead and pulled the motor out and just set her down right there for now. And then we can better assess how we're gonna get stuff like this seat out, the gas tank. I'm probably gonna take this rear Nerf bar off. After that, I'll have Harry pull the tank and we can actually pour out whatever's in that thing and see what we got going on. I'm sure it's nice and vinegary or whatever else is going on, but it looks pretty good from the inside from what we could see, right, Harry? The gas tank inside?
Yeah, it smells good.
So he says it smells good, and he's the master of smelling everything, so maybe he's right. But anyways, let's get this Nerf bar off and go from there. We're making good progress, although you did forget a nut. It's over there. Just put it on the end of one somewhere. Yeah. We like to keep all our hardware together in case we decide to reuse something down the road. So, but for the most part, yeah, no, I mean, that took a while. That radiator was, someone did not want that thing to come off. I can tell you that. Harry was not happy with that one. But that leaves us so much more room to work on this thing and kind of assess again what we're gonna still use and not use, because even this throttle cable, I'll show you guys, but it's literally just janked on there. And other things that we might not need, we're just gonna kind of pull off. But I think before we do that, we got 2 more items to take off. And that's going to be I think we should try and do the fuel tank, but I think we might wait on that one only because I want to drain it, but I'm not like ready to clean it out today. So I want to get the proper stuff to clean it. So I think we'll wait until we do that. But we can at least pull the seat and some of the other items that we know we're not going to be using. Oh, and take a look at this. This is Harry's little idea. So we had this laying around the shop that I knew was going to be used for a shift knob somewhere. And so we put it on there for now. And although that's not the final shift knob area and location, that little handle is definitely going to be staying on there. Nice work, kid.
Yeah.
So I think for now, Hairball, go ahead and pull the seat, and then we'll wait on the tank. Just because that tank is gonna be a project in itself, and we want to make sure it's nice and clean, because honestly with this thing, I want to gas up once while we're out at Wasteland. And well, I mean, who knows? Hopefully if we run around enough, I'll have to re-gas up again. But being that it's such a big tank, I'm kind of hoping not to. It'd be cool just to gas up once and leave it as is. Yeah, so let's get some seats and other yamity off. All right, before we get too deep into pulling some of this off, because I was going to start pulling some cables and stuff, let's just get into the amazingness that is Redneck Intuition. And don't get me wrong, I ain't hating on it. I'm going to reuse some of these ideas. We have not much of a choice. And obviously, if it worked well enough for someone to race this thing, it's going to work well enough for us to go 5 miles an hour through a Wasteland Weekend event. Yeah, take a look at this. So this is how the throttle cable's mounted on. There is literally a nut, and then they drill the hole through the bolt, and then they put the throttle cable through, and then your tension adjuster looks to be just, I'm sure, from either a regular throttle cable or a brake. But anyways, your tensioner is right there, and then it just feeds right through. And this one has a different style end, I'm sure, because it is from another engine. Actually, no, it looks like just the barrel's off. And then it just feeds right through. And then, you know, you got your bendable yada yadis so it doesn't kink, your spring. And that is how that works. And that functions quite well. So I think we're going to end up actually reusing a good amount of how that functions, because we want it to be nice and easy when it goes back into the ATC motor. So that's one thing. And this isn't necessarily redneck, but I just want to appreciate the racing parts that are on this, because we got a fuel pump where it looks like we have an inlet and a return. I'm not sure, you guys can tell me. I'm gonna look it up a little bit more later, but it's a nice little fuel pump. But I don't think we're gonna use it unless we really need to. I don't think we're gonna need to. We will see. If we do, I would like to use an electric one. This one appears to just be manual, but who knows? This one might work really well for us. And if you guys think it's a badass fuel pump and you say, hey, Brian, you're a dumbass, go ahead and reuse it, then I'll reuse it. These are not hooked up whatsoever. I am going to need to get a whole brake system for the rear axle, probably for this side. GoPowersports.com, we're thinking of you. But at least we have the master cylinder. It's all hooked up to the brake pedal. We just need to run lines. I'm sure we need to clean that thing out, but we just need to run lines, get a disc brake to hook up to that with a rear caliper, and then we're good to go. So that's pretty badass. And this is what appears to be the shifting mechanism for the original engine that was in this thing. And then go to that side here where the shift knob is, and then pull on it. And then you can see, so it pulls there and there, right? And then as he does that, boom, bam. And you have all these adjustments, or adapters, I mean, that hook up right to where the shifter is at on the motor that was on there. And this We were thinking we might reuse, we might not. It all depends. Once we get the motor hard mounted, we may try and make it function because it may be easier than we think, especially because the lever is already all hooked up in there and it functions and works. But with how the motor sits in there, we also have the ability just to do one single rod that just comes in and show them, Harry. It'll come in from
my right there, go up.
Yeah. So there's a way to make it work. So we'll see once that comes about. But whoever made that, it functioned, it worked. And, luckily we still have the parts to see if we can, salvage it. So we'll see what happens with that. But next, I think Harry's ready to pull the seat, yeah? Or at least the rest of the bolts for the seat?
The harness first.
Harness first?
Yeah.
And then we can get the pad off?
Yeah, I can take the seat off.
Sweet. All right, well, he's going to get the rest of the harness off, and then we'll go from there. Booyah shakalaka baka. Well, here he's got all the bolts out for this beautiful aluminum racing seat. So we're gonna take that sucker out, and that's one step closer to being gutted and ready to rock. And this is something he's been wanting to do for a while, I know. Oh, gotta take the steering wheel off. Little racing steering wheel. Vroom, vroom. Dun, 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 dun. Try not to throw this one. There it is. Oh my gosh. It is gutted. And there is the seat. Wow, that's got some girth to it. That's pretty well built. I can tell you one thing, my fat ass ain't fitting in that thing though. But that is a nice looking seat. I think it needs to go in the Nash. Yeah, it'd be kind of funny to sit it in there and see what it looks like. Hang on. All right, let's see what the Nash looks like with an old racing seat. Yeah, she would definitely need some risers, but yep. Oh gosh, dang it. That actually looks pretty sick. Oof. Yeah, them doors, they slam on you. Not bad, I like it. Bolt her down. Nah, we're good. Well, now that seat's out, I think Harry's gonna clean up on that one and just get it to the point where when we put it away, it's not all messy. So he's gonna clean up on that, and then I'm gonna keep taking some of these other like cables and stuff off, and then we'll kind of tighten it up for the day, just because, you know, we just wanted to do and get it rolling, get the thing started. We didn't have much time to begin with, so it'll be nice just to know that we got something jamming, and the next step will be to really like hunker down on getting the engine mounted and alignment, and if we're doing a reverse gearbox, making sure that we have the right and proper space for that. But until then, yeah, we're gonna start cleaning stuff and gear from near. First things last. I've never even seen if I can fit in this thing. I know the kids have done it, but I've never actually tried to crawl in, and if I did, then I was definitely like 25 pounds heavier. And so I'm gonna see if I can even crawl in this thing. Now we're gonna make the proper modifications if we can't, but I will definitely be the biggest one that'll need to get into it. Yeah, I'm curious, so see how this goes. Hopefully I don't die. Not dying is top of my list right now. Oh Jesus. I'm right on the edge right here. Trying not to die. Oh, my balls. Oh. 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 No. Oh, yeah, there's going to have to be some adjustments for sure.
Yeah, which one do you need to cut that?
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to sit all the way down. But I can see where there is going to have to be some adjustments made. But it's mainly here. It's mainly just this, honestly. The rest of it I'm okay with. Because once you get your legs in and they're tucked in and you're sitting down on your butt, then... Ooh. Oh, yeah, then you're good. So...
I know, my head's like right there too.
So yeah, that works. All right, now to get out of it. Oh, God, I knew I should have got that gym membership. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to come out this side. I was right on the edge on that side. Oh, testicles! 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 Okay. And
Pretty good
not bad.
for your first time.
Yeah. Not bad at all. I'm expected to do that in 115 degree heat? Hell no. So yeah, that bar, pending actually, it might end up. I just started talking today. It might end up being this bar because how the wing sits on there. The proper side that has the height for us to get in is going to be on this side. So I may need to make an adjustment to that bar instead. And then my knee was hitting pretty good on that, but that's only when I was sitting up. Outside of that, once I was in, there's plenty of leg room. So yeah, we'll have to see how she goes. But for the most part, it'll work. She will work. All right, well, I'm up high. Now that we got pretty much a majority of what we wanted to get done, I think we're gonna do a little cleanup and call her good for the day. Just because there's no need to press on any further. And we got stuff we can do at home, which is nothing. But yeah, no, I mean, it's really honestly not much more to do. So we're going to start wrapping it up and calling it good. Body of Christ. All right, with that, now that Harry's got that all cleaned up, I think we're just going to clean up the shop and head out. So we're going to do a quick sweep, kind of double check everything, make sure it's all good to go. And then maybe even just take the blower and blow off the old sprint car with the compressor. Just so that way, if there is any excess dirt on there, we can get it off. So when we get back on it on the next episode, then she is even cleaner for us to work on. So yeah, we're gonna do that and then call it good for the day. Booyah shakalaka. Alrighty then. That's the highlight reel for Harry today, is that his shirt is itchy. So I'm pretty happy with the progress. I know Harry's happy. He was just saying what, Harry? Huh? Yeah, he's so out of it today. What were you saying about this right before we cleaned up? You got this. You got this, kid. Come on. I'm rooting for you.
I don't know.
You said that we got a lot done today.
Oh yeah.
It's all good. We're both on vacation. I am not with it at all. My head is just still not fully there. but he is very correctamundo. That is Spanish for correct. So we did get a lot torn off of this thing. I mean, fortunately, it did go, for the most part, easier than expected. Some was a little bit harder. I mean, Harry struggled with that radiator. But now that it's out, now we can see what we're working with. He wanted to take the mount out. That I was saying no, because we want to try and keep it as minimalistic modifications as possible. But now that we're looking at it, it is just an eyesore and, you know, not really functional for anything else than what it was purposely put in there for. And if we ever going to put a 650 engine back in it, we'll put another freaking radiator mount, people, because we can. But everything else, you can see, has been removed, cleaned up, put away in its selective little parts department area. And we're going to call it good at that for now, because now the real thinking can really come along, where we know exactly what we're working with. And, you know, once we find out about the rear or the reverse gearbox, if we really want to go that route. Once my fat ass got out of that thing, I realized what I need to do to make adjustments for making it comfortable. But for now, we're happy with where it's at. And so, again, with that, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year's.
Stay safe. We hope that you guys have fun with family. You enjoy your day, because New Year's Eve was last night. Today is New Year's. Wink, wink, wink. I can't wink. Can you wink? Yeah, you can't really wink either. We suck at winking. Anyways, we hope you guys had a great holiday, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Thank you for all the views on the last video. I'm stoked on that. I definitely tried my hand at a little bit of clickbait, and I think it worked. But honestly, I did want to express what was going on with the project, so I hope you all understand, and I hope it all explained a lot of stuff as far as that goes moving forward. So thank you guys all for the support, comments, likes, subscriptions, all the feedback. We love you. We love hearing from you, and we hope to see you on our Instagram, Facebook pages, as well as just straight up on the channel. And we'll see you on the next one when we get back to this beast with fresh heads, new minds, 2024, baby. It's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
We love you guys. See you next time. There it is. One very custom, A Christmas Story leg lamp shipping container. Built from cedar. And I believe, yeah, cedar and pine, raw wood from Lowe's. And then she's got the chain to hold her, and that I don't even think is accurate as far as the movie goes, but we did that just so that way that Grandpa Ronnie, this is for Christmas, we just wanted to make sure that it didn't fall on him or fall, just fall, and then break the hinges and all that. So yeah, we're pretty stoked. She does need a little bit of finessing to get her to shut, but that'll wear out in time. So and the latch isn't, I don't think, movie correct either, and probably the hinges, like I was saying, but whatever. It is what it is. She looks good though. We're freaking stoked on this thing. Merry Christmas, Grandpa Ronnie.